Well, we had an absolutely spectacular ride up here. We left Livermore this morning. It got to be about 100 degrees. And as soon as we got to about 3,000 feet or so, the temperature dropped to about 88, which was really nice. We're headed up, we're at Highway 4 to actually, it's the world famous Calaveras big trees. And on the way there's a brewery called Snowshoe Brewery, and we stopped and got a growler filled with Snowweizen, so it's a Hefeweizen. And that's because we're gonna make a Schwäbischer Kartoffelsalat and Bratwurst for dinner tonight. So, sun's going down, and we better get on it right after this.
Sit right here?
The next one. This is 63.
This place is just absolutely amazing. You wouldn't even believe it unless you saw it for yourself. These giant sequoia trees are just spectacular. Here I'm going up onto a stump of one that was cut down. The diameter of this stump is 25 feet. You can see the other part of the log over there. Notice the marks in it. They didn't have blades that were saw blades long enough, so they used augers and wedges to get it to cut down. And like I said, you just can't even believe how big these things are until you come see them for yourself. And there's several large groves. There's redwood groves and there's sequoia groves. And they're all just absolutely amazing. So come check them out for yourself. You will definitely not be disappointed. This is one of my all-time favorites. Now, I lived in Germany for a little while, and when I lived there, I could not get enough of the Schwäbischer Kartoffelsalat. It's basically, I guess, Schwäbisch is an area that's a southern part of Germany, and the food there is just absolutely amazing. And this, by far, was my favorite. I've tried lots and lots of different recipes, and I've decided this is the one closest to at least how I remembered it and what I liked. So let me show you what we got. Red onion. We're going to use about a 1/4 cup red onion. Oh, and I'll put the recipe in the description below as well. I've got all of the spices I need in here. There's paprika, there's sugar, salt, pepper, and a couple other things. But that's all inside this container. That way I don't have to mix it up. It's already pre-mixed and I can just dump it. I've got white vinegar, a little bit of olive oil, and the potatoes. Oh, these are the potatoes. Now these are just, this is about 1.5 pounds of those, what are they called, Michelle? The gold potatoes? The little guys. They come in a bag. Something like that. Anyway, I got about 1.5 pounds of those, and I boiled them for 10 minutes yesterday. And I stuck them in these things so they wouldn't get crushed in the tank or in my bags on the motorcycle. So we're just going to finish cooking those tonight. See, we got bacon. A little bit. That's going to be about a 1/4 cup of bacon. I know it's probably a little more than a 1/4 cup, but I like bacon. And parsley, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to cut these up. We're going to start cutting these up, and we'll be back to get them into the pan. Good thing we found German style beer at the Snowshoe Brewery, which is actually only a few miles from here. Yeah, that place right there, Snowshoe Brewery. You know how these places always have those like little magazines or paper. What are they called? Like, not
Property pages.
Property pages. Yeah. So we're flipping through there, just looking, and they have these really cute like A-frame cabins and things like that around here. But what caught our eye was the Snowshoe Brewery is actually for sale. So, if you want to go get a brewery, get one already started.
Brewery and restaurant.
Oh, the restaurant's for sale. It comes all package deal, right? How much is it?
For a mere $850,000.
800. Well, you know, but you don't have to do anything. It's already all ready to go, right? You can have all the beer you want all the time. Isn't that how that works?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Next we have the red onion. Now again, I think it's about a 1/4 cup. So we'll just cut that one up and get that going. So Michelle, do you think you'd be okay with buying a brewery? That'd be all right?
I don't have time for that.
You don't have time for a brewery? Yeah, that's something you do when you retire, right? Just go to a brewery? It's probably easier.
It's a lot easier. A lot less expensive.
That's true. I don't know. I think I'd like to own a brewery. And that one's pretty good. They have really good food there at Snowshoe Brewery. They've always had really good food there. We used to bring the kids up in this area for camping when they were little, and we'd be up here for a few days, and on the way home, it was always a treat for us after, you know, being out camping for several days to stop there and get lunch for the ride all the way back into the Bay Area. It's kind of fun. So for the onions, you just want to kind of cut them kind of thin, little, and really it's like about a quarter, I would say about a quarter of a red onion is all you need. And that's about it. And we're going to saute those up a little bit in some oil before we add the rest of the ingredients. All right, we'll get the bacon up. I'm going to get the pan started to heat up, and we'll be right back. Well, it looks like the oil's getting hot enough. Let's throw the onions in there. Now, we don't want to, like, caramelize the onions. We just want to soften them up and get them a little softer. And they'll actually, the red onions get really sweet, too. There's a lot of sugars in them that come out, which is good. And if it looks like you need a little bit more oil, just throw some in there. It's not going to hurt. In fact, I think I do. Let's put a little more in there. These, I think I said this before, but these are these little packets I found that I found them on Amazon, and they were designed to hold alcohol. And in the little video things, it talked about how you could use these to sneak them into concerts, so you wouldn't go through a metal detector or something. But anyway, they work great for out camping. How's that wine?
Not bad.
It's not bad? You know, you can have the one you got for me too, and we could maybe discuss getting a brewery maybe later today. Can we do that?
Bring that much wine.
So like I said, you don't want to really caramelize them, you just want to soften them up, heat them up a little bit. I also found these bags. It's really great. These little bags are these little canvas bags, or I guess they're not canvas or cotton, but they're really light, and it's great for bringing fresh leafy vegetables that you really don't want to put them in a plastic bag because they'll wilt and get all gross. So I'm just going to cut up some of these. That's kind of a lot of parsley. Look how much that is. That's way too much, huh? Way too much. Well, all right. You got to really like parsley. You know, I'm always so tempted. I do these potatoes similar to this with those colored potatoes, the purple potatoes.
Yes.
I just think they're cool. They're purple potatoes. And I'll bring garlic, and I'll put garlic in here. But these, you don't put garlic in this, surprisingly. I know. Seems like you should put garlic in here. Oh, those are starting to get all nice. Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think we need just a little more beer. That's pretty. Can you drink beer on YouTube? Is that like a TV? Like you can't consume alcohol on TV? You can do that? You do that on YouTube? Okay. I don't know. Now remember, these potatoes, they're pretty much already cooked because I cooked them for about 10 minutes, boiled them anyway. And so really you're just finishing them off here. And that's kind of the trick to this. Otherwise it would just take too long to try to cook these all the way through. It is a lot of potatoes. But you know what, they're going to cook down a little bit. And you know what, we have neighbors, so maybe you know, we have enough. We could share. Okay, so I'm going to cook these down a little bit. Oh, that's starting to look good. See, I told you the potatoes would cook down a little bit. See, it doesn't look that bad. Now, I think we're ready for the bacon. Now, this is supposed to be a quarter cup of bacon. I know, probably a little more. It's okay. It's okay. It's really okay. Just do whatever you want. The bacon is a thick cut bacon. I think it was like boar's head or something like that. And I just took 3 slices and put it in the microwave for 5 minutes last night and let them out to cool and dry, soaked up some of the grease, and just wrapped them up and brought them out with me today. Bacon travels really well. You guys know that. Looks like we need a little bit more oil. Let's put a little more oil in there. My German friends that are watching this, I know I'm probably doing it all wrong, but this is what I like. So there. This is starting to smell so good, and I'm so hungry too. Okay, these are getting pretty brown, or actually kind of golden. But man, the smell, I wish there was a way I could get this to you guys, because this just smells so delicious right now. And these smell-o-vision, and these potatoes are just looking golden as just perfect, So I think we're ready to add the spices in. And there's a mixture of things, and I'll put it in the notes. Put that in there. And I think part of what makes it German is the white wine vinegar. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Actually, probably the whole thing, but definitely know it's German with potatoes with the vinegar in there. We're gonna add that towards the end because that cooks off pretty fast. And I want these potatoes to be a little bit softer before and the spice seasoning to sink in before I add the white wine vinegar. You know, one time I went to like a German street fair, and they had people making this potato salad off little gas burners and little huts and stuff, or little tents, and it was just so good. And it was at winter time too, and they have this stuff called glühwein, which is like, what is it, like a mulled wine? It's like spices, right?
Mulled wine.
Mulled wine. We got that in Munich around Christmas time, remember?
Munich and Rothenburg.
Rothenburg, right. So good. I think we're about ready to add the vinegar and the parsley. So we're gonna add about half of this, and that's about how much we need. You can hear it sizzling up there. Oh, listen to that. Doesn't that sound good? That's probably enough. There we go. Oh yeah, now you can start to smell it. There's a few like magic ingredients like white wine vinegar or, you know, balsamic glaze. There's little things like that that really make a dish when it's just a little bit of something that you wouldn't normally have with you when you're camping. So just adding it in these little bottles and bringing it really makes a big difference. What do you think? Is that looking good? It's amazing. All right, I'm gonna put, what do we say? How about that much parsley? About that much? Can I do it? Bam! All right, that's probably, has that already been taken? I gotta come up with something else? Okay.
You're gonna get sued.
I'm gonna get sued for that one? We're gonna have to cut that out of, we're gonna have to cut that one out of the video. Let's get that all mixed in there and cooked in. Now, what I really like about doing this one out in the field or off the bike is because you can do it with one burner. And what I mean by that is this dish is meant, well, the salad anyway, is meant to be served sort of room temperature. So I can cook this up, and I'm gonna cook it up and put it in this bowl over here and let it rest and kind of cool down a little bit while we cook the bratwurst. All right, I think those are done. I'm gonna put this in the bowl. I'll be right back. All right, look at that. Ow, that's hot. Oh, damn, I burn myself every single time. Anyway, trust me, it looks really good. So one of the things I really like about this dish, or doing this with the potatoes, is that these are supposed to be served at sort of like room temperature. So with one stove, I can cook the potatoes and set them aside and let them cool down, and then cook something else, like we're gonna cook bratwurst on here. So it works out really well for timing, which is something you have to think about when you're doing these. So what we did is we got these bratwursts, and we froze them last night, and froze them, and then just wrapped them up and packed them. And by the time we got here, they were still pretty cold, and now they're thawed out. And we're just gonna cook those on the stove here and get these all browned up a little bit, and we'll have dinner here pretty soon. Oh, it just brings back good memories. Look at that. Did we bring some glühwein? We should have done that. We should have brought glühwein. We got red wine, and we have Hefeweizen, apparently. Oh, those are looking good. Look at that. Oh yeah, I love this stove. You know, this stove is the best because, you know, we have the white gas, or I guess it's, yeah, I guess that's what it is. And we can always use twigs if we run out, but man, these are the best to grill on. Oh, look at these potatoes. They came out so good. Look at that. You know what? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to have more of these. These look pretty good. I wish you could smell this. Actually, I wish you could taste it. It's too bad. But I'm hoping that you'll make these at home and let me know how they work out for you. There you go. I love this place. Remember we used to bring our kids here? It was great.
They were little. Now they're all grown up.
They're all grown up. All right, we'll dig in. How's the potatoes?
Sounds really good.
Pretty good. You know, we should go back to Germany. What do you think about that? Go back to Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah, pick up something else as a recipe. I mean, we could probably make, we should do schnitzel and spätzle. That'd be hard to do out here.
That'd be so
Schnitzel and
hard to do out
spätzle, so much fun though.
That's That's a mess.
We gotta try it. I'm telling you, this is just amazing. And don't take my word for it. You should make it and try it out and let me know. I guarantee you, you're gonna love it. So if you like this episode, please consider subscribing, liking, and hitting that little bell so you get notifications. I'll see you next time. Things you have to do for cameras.